Morning, where Wiper leader and NASA core principal Kalonzo Musyoka has reinforced NASA's resolve to have NASA leader Raila Odinga sworn in if Jubilee does not give in to calls for dialogue. This comes even as NASA members of parliament now vow to continue fighting from within parliament to call for the fighting of electoral justice for the disputed presidential election. Well, let's speak now on phone to Nyando, member of parliament Jared Okelo. Jared, good morning. Many thanks for speaking to us today. Let me take you back to your campaign season where you were quoted as saying that you would resign if Raila Odinga was not sworn in as a president. You and a host of other members of parliament now seem to have changed tune after consultations with your constituents, saying that you will now be fighting for that resolve from within parliament. What informs this change of tune?
Well, good morning, Michelle. I hope you've been doing good this festive season. Well, thank you for giving me an opportunity to expound on this subject. But as you correctly put it, about 2 weeks ago, while attending a burial ceremony of one of the journalists in Kisumu County, I did indicate that failure by the Right Honorable Prime Minister Raila Odinga to swear into office as the fifth president of the Republic of Kenya would definitely trigger my resignation from the National Assembly. Now, a lot of things have since happened. Of course, coincidentally, the following day, while attending a burial ceremony of the late Kitui West Member of Parliament, Honorable Francis Nyenze, Raila Odinga did indicate that he will swear into office. The Attorney General had, while interpreting the law, of course not always interpreting correctly, indicated that that will be akin to a treason, which has very dire consequences, including death. And the Prime Minister had indicated that he is ready to, carry the ultimate price and pay the ultimate price, which also may include death. So we are saying that Raila Odinga has so far come out very clearly to put a lot of emphasis on the fact that he is ready to be sworn into office. We as NASA Coalition have been buoyed by the arrival and subsequent pronouncement of Honorable Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, who has been out of the country for the last 10 weeks, attending to his ailing wife in Germany. Yesterday, while condoling with the same family, the Nyenze's family, he also reiterated the fact that they are ready to be sworn into office if the Jubilee coalition headed by Uhuru Kenyatta will not heed the Republic's call for a dialogue that will then culminate into another round of fresh election.
Let me just interrupt you there, Jared, because what Kalonzo Musyoka said is that he was extending an olive branch to President Uhuru Kenyatta to initiate dialogue. Is this dialogue going to be within Parliament or outside Parliament, considering that NASA members of Parliament have now decided to push this within Parliament?
Well, we are employing a multi-pronged approach. The ultimate goal is to provide electoral justice to the people of Kenya. You're aware, and everybody else, that both Kalonzo Musyoka and Right Honorable Raila Odinga are out of Parliament or out of any, formal government office. So at their level, they will be able to push for these reforms outside Parliament. For us who are privileged to sit in Parliament, we will employ every available tactic to ensure that even as other agitations are done outside Parliament, right within Parliament we are going to employ every available strategy to ensure that at the end of the day, Kenyans get what is rightfully theirs, which is an electoral justice. You are aware that when the Supreme Court did order IEBC to go and open the servers to ascertain without any question the authenticity and veracity of the elections that were carried out on the 8th of August, IEBC, in connivance with Jubilee, refused to open the servers. And you ask yourself, why? If an independent institution charged with the responsibility of conducting elections and referenda are asked to provide with the Supreme Court, I mean the apex court of the land, with the computerized systems that midwife the elections, and they just refuse. So we are saying that particular electoral justice must be given to the Kenyan people for things to move. And I've picked from the story that you're running. In order to put a lot of emphasis that Kenyans are not ready to move on, look at what happened to Cabinet Secretary Honorable Eugene Wamalwa in Western Kenya, forcefully ejected out of a function by irate, attendees. That this country is not going to move on. It is stuck. And in order to break that gridlock, we must therefore go back to the root cause of all the challenges we have had. And we know that they're emanating from electoral injustice that have consistently been perpetuated on the Kenyan people the last 15 years, Michelle.
All right, many thanks. That is Jared Okelo. Many thanks for speaking to News Center, Jared. He is the Nyando Member of Parliament joining us by way of phone, reinforcing NASA's resolve to have Raila Odinga sworn in if the Jubilee government does not initiate dialogue. Now, the High Court in Kisumu has suspended the mass transfer of school heads announced by the Teachers Service Commission last week. TSC issued a directive that would see school heads who operate from their home areas transferred to other regions. Teachers' unions had vowed to resist the Teachers Transfer Directive, saying it did not meet the requisite procedure. Well, more details of that to follow. Let's now revisit our top story with regard to Wiper leader and NASA core principal Kalonzo Musyoka. Let's now listen in to his take on the swearing in, speaking at the home of the late Kitui West Member of Parliament, Francis Nyenze. All right.